up, guys? Time to show off a build. I've had this dial for probably 2.5 years. This is from the same guy that made the original Kraken dial. So dial's handmade, hand painted, and then illumined. And it's this one. I had two of them like this. One of them has been long gone. This one has a nice purple kind of base at the bottom. Goes into a nice blue at the top. Nice lighter blue. And it might actually be even a little tough to see the... There we go. You can see some good separation right there. So this is in a 38mm case, polished case. Nice classic crown on there. It's a cool milling done to it. Short coin bezel. I kept this kind of back for these smaller builds. I've kind of anticipated this as being more of a ladies build, so I build it that way where it's pretty. You've got a low profile, small window, larger window exhibition case back. I guess it might be medium. The large windows actually kind of come out a little bit farther. And the small windows are in a little bit more. So I guess I'd call that a medium window. White handset. And then we have a, baby blue 5-dot loomed insert. And then, let's see. Milanese band. If you're not familiar with Milanese band, these, you set them once and you don't really have to go back to it unless your wrist size adjusts. Show off that loom real quick, and we can get into the Milanese band, how you set that. So now you can see your loom on there. You got your loom in your hands, on the dial, and in that 5-dot insert. So Milanese band, you've got a fold over clasp. It's kind of got like a double locker on this. So you take this off, then you take this off. So see that little latch part right there? That is what is kind of locking, and it gets wedged down in there. Once that's out, it's not necessarily off. This is latched. See that bar right there? This has a little hook that goes over that bar and holds it. So now it's being held. Then this gets lodged under that. And then this fold over clasp comes down. And then it's got some indents on each side that go into those holes that are on the side. And holds it. And this is brushed. So if you ever get a nick in it, just use some Scotch-Brite and just brush straight down. So you pop that off, fingernail that off, then lift that off. Now let's say that this isn't the right size that you need it to be. Well, this basically has teeth between here and here that are down into this. And you need to lift this up and slide it. So off camera, can I see? Sometimes there's an arrow on these. This one doesn't have an arrow. So we'll learn together. So a little small flathead. That's a good one. I don't recall if it's this way and you lift up or the other way and lift up. Okay, it's that way and lift up. But now you can slide. When you're happy with where you want it, you will literally just push this back down. So it's back down, it's gripped, it's not going anywhere again, and then you would try it on and go, okay, that's a little too tight. That's just perfect, you know. So this would make for a pretty decent sized wrist. And now you've adjusted it. So when you need to adjust it, you're going to go towards that notch. And this is, or as it was the other way. Oh, I had it laid this way. Yep, sorry. Towards these two teeth that are right here. Lift those teeth up and slide it. You know what? I've never taken one of these off. I don't actually see what. I don't actually see how it grips. Lucky me, I'm probably putting it on wrong. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna probably, I don't want to make a long video of me figuring out how to put this back on, but I was like, you know what, this is off, let's look at it. But we aren't getting it back on, so I'll probably have to work that out off camera when it's done. But normally that just stays on there, but this channel, I can't tell if I'm going above it or under it. I didn't notice that when I was taking it off, so I've got a second one over there, so I'll just work off it and see how that went. If it went above or below, because I'm sure that makes a difference. And see, it moves a little bit. So that is the build. As with every build, it's going to come with matching beads. I'm sure she will love them, and they do go with it, so they should be worn together. So come in a silver BVW box, special edition box. It's coming with watch cleaner, says good on all glass and metal parts. So this watch as a whole, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. And then some fine scratch remover. You've got an acrylic glass and you can scratch it, but if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included microfiber. So no worries there. If the scratch is up and down, go left and right, fill in that scratch, haze it, and buff it out, and you are perfect. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel, so no worries on that. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind, and a wind is a turn this way. Turning it back towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing where you're not threading it back on and you're not pulling it out to the time setting. You just get back and forth. You can't overwind it, so don't worry about this. If you do it for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, that mixed with the rotor movement in the back, which is the automatic winder, it's putting wind on this thing every time it goes around. So that mixed with that will keep your time throughout the day. If you do it for something closer to 15 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You can't overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you'll pull it to the one and only click. And you can now set your time. Does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going, so don't worry. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:26 p.m.
1:26 p.m. When you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting, and wind it down. And that is the build. I'll get that piece put back on there. Said it's nice and pretty, and for some reason, if I can't, good news, I got another one. So I'll just swap this piece out, which already has it on it, and deal with it later. But it can't be that hard. It only goes in 2 different holes. But there we are, guys. I appreciate you a ton. If it's going to you, thank you so much for your support. I hope you love it. I hope the wife loves it, the girlfriend, the special lady in your life. And I appreciate your support. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.